lost control! The summoning has failed!
The inclusion of a mage class was a given in Diablo 3, and most fans were delighted when the wizard debuted at BlizzCon 2008. The class is a spellcaster extraordinaire, capable of unleashing a multi-hued arsenal of every imaginable element, from fire to cold to lightning to crackling arcane energy, sometimes all at once. Though spellcasting has always loomed large in the series, the wizard is not a returning class. Diablo offered a sorcerer, Diablo 2 a sorceress, and now we've got a wizard. Mere cosmetic differences? Perhaps. All are spellcasters with minimal physical prowess, and all function best when blasting from a safe distance. That's not all they can do, of course. Mages in all three titles have the capability to gear up and go at it toe-to-toe, but it's never the most effective path, and it's one that only the most dedicated players choose to follow. The more common style of wizard is the glass cannon. Wizards come equipped with a huge variety of offensive attacks, all geared to inflict devastation upon everything in sight. This offensive arsenal comes at a price, of course, and wizards suffer light defense, low hit points, and generally a fragile constitution. Most consider that a fair trade-off, since the class prefers killing from a distance. Strike fast, overwhelm with superior firepower, then dodge out of reach if the enemy proves resilient. Fighting retreats are recommended, since blasting at close range is risky. As the saying goes, there are old wizards and there are bold wizards, but not a lot who are both. Speaking of age, Diablo 3's wizards are anything but greybeards. Both the male and female versions are just 19 years old, with all the brash arrogance of youth. According to the game fiction, the female wizard was in her teens when she was accepted to the magical academies in Chaldeum. There she learned quickly, though she was as rebellious and headstrong as she was talented, and proved temperamentally unfit for the structure and discipline of formal education. Forever pushing the boundaries of accepted forms of magic, she was ultimately caught trespassing in the ancient repositories by the great Vizjerai mage, Baltek. Though surprised, she did not surrender, and actually defeated the Grand Master in magical combat, before fleeing the city to seek her fortune, fame, and an unlimited number of demons she could cook to a cinder. The male wizard's biography is not yet known, but he looks just as arrogant as his female counterpart. Well, at least he did in his concept art. His actual in-game face created quite a controversy. He's a bit of a pretty boy, actually, and many fans felt that his effeminate features, downcast eyes and anime-style hair were more appropriate to the lead singer of a Japanese pop band than a Diablo 3 hero. Blizzard did not budge on that point, since as was revealed in subsequent interviews, they had a larger agenda. The Diablo 3 classes were designed to appeal to all regions of the world, and the youthful, stylish Asian features of the male and female wizard were more about marketing on Earth than cultural change in the land of Sanctuary. However you feel about the class looks, you're advised to concentrate on their function first, and for that you'll need specialised gear. In Diablo 3, combat has evolved, and one of the biggest changes to caster gameplay is the introduction of item modifiers that add percentage damage to spells. Such modifiers have always been essential on weapons, and they are in Diablo 3 as well. The difference is that spells also require them now. You can look at base spells almost like base weapons. The sword or fireball might do say 10 or 20 damage, but the actual attack does much more once it's been modified by attributes, equipment, passive skills and more. This change is intended to make items and affixes as important to casters as to melee brawlers. Thus, in Diablo 3, the wizard cannot simply concentrate on magicifying casting speed and other such properties, not wisely at least, since ignoring the spell damage modifiers will doom your wizard to underpowered attacks on the higher difficulty levels. Another wizardly complication stems from improvements to the monster AI. No longer will the demons mindlessly cluster in the front, leaving artillery characters free to rain death from the rear. Now many monsters are programmed to bypass the front line and to direct their wrath upon the casters and archers. Luckily, wizards possess a wide variety of defensive spells, and they can readily freeze, chill, slow, confuse, or otherwise befuddle approaching enemies, creating opportunities to escape, or simply buying time to counter the attack. Further options come from Rune Stones. These objects provide almost infinite variety and customization, modifying the function, speed, form, range, and damage type of every skill in the game. That spell variety, the awesome runestone effects, and the ultra blasty playstyle caught the attention of fans from the moment the class was revealed. The wizard consistently tops fan favourite class votes, and it's certain that we'll be up to our knees in Merlin's, Gandalf's, Dumbledore's and Hermione's the moment the game is released.